Hi, I'm Celeste and welcome to Find Your Purple. Today is day 16 of SSSVEDA, video every day for the month of August. And Kristen made a comment that I had mentioned SSSVEDA was Sexy Sassy Social that is sponsored by a media guru named Amy Schmidhauer, but she reminded me that Amy got married and her name is now Amy Landino. So thanks to Kristen for that. And today is day 6 of my juice cleanse. Now, I didn't plan when Veda started August 1st that I was going to do a juice cleanse. Just something that came up and I just decided to go ahead and do it. And I'm feeling fine. I'm drinking only juices. I started with just the weekend, decided to stay with it. Today's day 6, so I'm going to continue it and finish it tomorrow. So I'm going to make it for a full week. And this is where the too much information comes in, the TMI. Now again, keep in mind I'm not an expert on any of this, and my channel has been really for women over 60 typically, because that's who I can relate to at this point. The information's valid for anyone, and if anyone starts younger, like my daughters, then I think it's, they can know what journey I've been on. But somehow when I got into my 60s, when I hit 62, again, it could have been triggered by the death of my mom, my sister, and my ex-husband all in 1 year. But suddenly my eyes were kind of opened and I realized I'm getting old. And that's the first time in my life I really felt that. And it has made me look at things differently and figure out more about what I want and what's my life been, and more of that overall review of your life. So I'm looking at my body, and that's what got me into the vegan juicing and now this conversation. But to back up a bit, 10 to 15 years ago, I started doing a colon cleanse periodically, once a year, that kind of thing, skipped a year or two. And one of my daughters did it with me, and it was called Dr. Natura, and it's still out there. But at the time, and this internet wasn't as big as it is now, but so at the time on their website they had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pictures of what was coming out of people in the colon cleanse. And the colon cleanse was 30-day period, and everyone would look at your poop every day, and people were getting long worms and nests of things, and I mean there were some really strange things coming out of people. And I had lived overseas a while and all of that, which is why someone had recommended that I do a cleanse. And at that time, I did have some major strange things come out. And I don't know what they were, but some sort of worms or tapeworms or something, but there'd be a long cord and then a cluster of little balls, and a long cord and a cluster of little balls. And then other times it'd be just a long, again, it had to be a worm. Now, I didn't take pictures of mine, but there were a lot of people on the website. Now, those pictures aren't there anymore, which makes me wonder if they got in trouble, or I don't know. I just thought they were a real good visual on why you need to do a colon cleanse. So back up to today, this morning, again, day 6 on my juice cleanse or fast, whatever you want to call it. I haven't had anything but the juice for 6 days. And so I had a little loose bowel this morning. And back to the days of the colon cleanse, I turned around to look at it. And there was something in it. Now, I have to say it was a worm, because there wasn't, I didn't have much in me. It was more liquid than anything else, but there was this long tubular thing. So I'm thinking, and if you read everything, all of us have these worms in it. In fact, there's info again on different websites. People get the worms in their eyes, in their brains, in their hearts. Again, chances are, if you've never done a colon cleanse in your life, you have got some sort of parasite, some sort of tapeworm, some sort of something. So anyway, I thought I would share it. I think that was a value for me, if nothing else, to do the juice cleanse. I could continue based on how I feel, but I think I'm going to stop at 7 days this time, because it's been the first time I've ever done one. I'm going to ease back into eating, because they say it is a jolt to your system, so you have to go back into eating slowly And I want to make sure I know how to do that right, because people can get very sick and be in a lot of pain if they immediately put food down, because your digestive system has kind of been quiet and now you can't throw things at it suddenly. So I just thought I would share it, which kind of goes with my topic of sometimes you just got to let things go. There are things in life, my life included, maybe it's an anger about someone, or a resentment, or a grudge, or you're hanging on to a bad experience. Not to say that experience wasn't earth-shattering even, but you gotta let things go. And that's part of the healing. That's part of the detoxing. Again, you have to detox your emotions as much as you have to detox your health and your body, and your relationships. I mean, and sometimes, something isn't worth hanging on to. And by hanging on to it, you're draining yourself. You're draining your emotions. You're draining your health. And everything does come down to health. If you're holding a grudge, if you're angry, if you're resentful, if you're keep reliving an experience, that no question will impact your health. And if you're again in your 60s, look around. We don't have that much time left. Our time has been largely behind us, and I don't mean it in a negative way. It's a reality. I mean, Aretha Franklin died today, and she's 76. And when I think about it, I'm 64. That's only, a few years older. It's not that far off. And I've been talking to my daughters about it, and I want those years to be as healthy as they can be. And that might mean taking away some things that I enjoy eating, or letting go of some things that I've been hanging on to. So I know that's repetitive, but anyway, that was my message for the day. Sometimes you gotta let go. So are you hanging on to something that's weighing you down? If so, if it's a person, place, thing, memory, event, food, just let it go. As always, grab your cup of tea or juice or whatever you got, sit back, and let's start sharing. Until next time, bye-bye.